Welcome to Global Discovery Hub. I'm standing in the bustling heart of Cairo, where ancient history and modern life collide in spectacular fashion. This sprawling metropolis along the legendary Nile River isn't just Egypt's capital, it's the gateway to one of humanity's most fascinating civilizations. For thousands of years, Cairo has stood witness to the rise and fall of pharaohs, the construction of architectural marvels, and the preservation of a cultural legacy that continues to captivate our imagination. Today, we'll journey through time to uncover the mysteries of ancient Egypt that surround this remarkable city. The Giza Plateau, Monuments to Eternity. The silhouettes before me need no introduction. The Great Pyramids of Giza have stood as sentinels of the desert for over 4,500 years. Built during Egypt's Old Kingdom period, these monumental structures remain the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid of Khufu soars nearly 480 feet into the sky, originally covered in polished white limestone that would have gleamed brilliantly in the desert sun. For more than 3,800 years, it remained the tallest human-made structure on Earth. How these massive structures were built continues to inspire debate among archaeologists and engineers. What we know for certain is that they weren't constructed by slaves, as popular mythology suggests, but by skilled workers and craftsmen who were likely well compensated for their expertise. Beside these pyramids stands their eternal guardian, the Great Sphinx. With the body of a lion and the head of a human, this limestone statue has weathered millennia of sand, wind, and human activity. The Egyptian Museum, Treasures of the Pharaohs. Stepping into the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir Square is like entering a time capsule of ancient splendor. This rose-colored building houses the world's largest collection of pharaonic antiquities, over 120,000 pieces spanning thousands of years of Egyptian history. The museum's crown jewel is undoubtedly the collection of artifacts from Tutankhamun's tomb. The solid gold death mask, weighing over 20 pounds and inlaid with semi-precious stones, has become an icon of ancient Egyptian art and craftsmanship. Many of these treasures are now being carefully transferred to the new Grand Egyptian Museum near the Giza Plateau, a state-of-the-art facility that will soon become the largest archaeological museum in the world. The Royal Mummy Room offers perhaps the most intimate connection to ancient Egypt. Here, the preserved remains of pharaohs like Ramses II and Hatshepsut lie in climate-controlled cases. Looking upon these faces creates an eerie connection across millennia. These aren't just artifacts, they're individuals whose names and achievements we still remember today. Old Cairo, Layers of History. In the district known as Old Cairo, or Coptic Cairo, the layers of Egyptian history become tangible. This area contains some of the oldest Christian churches in Africa, built atop Roman fortifications, which themselves were constructed near ancient Egyptian sites. The Hanging Church, or Al-Mu'allaka, derives its name from its location atop the gatehouse of an old Roman fortress. Inside, intricate ivory inlays and religious iconography demonstrate how Egyptian artistic traditions evolved through the Christian era. Nearby stands the Ben Ezra Synagogue, traditionally believed to mark the spot where baby Moses was found in the bulrushes. A short distance away, the Mosque of Amr ibn al-As represents the first Islamic structure built in Egypt, dating to 642 AD. This remarkable concentration of Jewish, Christian, and Islamic sites illustrates how Egypt has served as a crossroads of civilizations for millennia. The secrets of mummification. The ancient Egyptians' elaborate preparations for the afterlife have fascinated people for centuries. Their mummification practices reflected profound beliefs about the soul's journey and the nature of existence. The process typically took 70 days, beginning with the removal of internal organs, which were preserved separately in canopic jars. The brain was extracted through the nasal passage, while the heart, considered the seat of intelligence and emotion, was left in place to be weighed against the feather of truth in the afterlife judgment. The body was then dried with natron salt, wrapped in layers of linen interspersed with protective amulets, and finally placed in a series of coffins. These elaborate preparations reveal a culture that viewed death not as an ending, but as a transition to another state of being. Mummification wasn't reserved exclusively for royalty. Ordinary Egyptians saved throughout their lives for proper funeral preparations, though the quality varied according to one's wealth and status. Even beloved pets and sacred animals were mummified, reflecting the Egyptians' reverence for the animal kingdom. Hieroglyphs. Breaking the code. For centuries, the meaning of hieroglyphic writing remained one of ancient Egypt's greatest mysteries. The key to deciphering this elegant script was discovered with the unearthing of the Rosetta Stone in 1799 during Napoleon's Egyptian campaign. This remarkable artifact contained the same text in 3 scripts: hieroglyphics, Demotic Egyptian, and Ancient Greek. By comparing the known Greek text with the unknown Egyptian scripts, scholars, most notably Jean-François Champollion's Holion, finally cracked the code in 1822. Hieroglyphs aren't merely pictographic as once thought. They represent a sophisticated writing system with phonetic elements. Some signs represent sounds, others represent complete words, and still others serve as determinatives that clarify meaning. Through hieroglyphic texts, the ancient Egyptians have spoken to us across millennia, sharing their history, religion, literature, and even humor. The Nile, lifeblood of civilization. The ancient Greek historian Herodotus called Egypt the gift of the Nile, and this statement remains profoundly true. Without the Nile River's reliable annual flooding, Egyptian civilization could never have developed its remarkable stability and prosperity. Each year, the Nile's floodwaters deposited nutrient-rich silt across the floodplain, creating some of the ancient world's most fertile agricultural land. This predictable cycle allowed for food surpluses that freed portions of the population to become artisans, priests, scribes, and administrators, the foundations of complex society. The Nile also served as ancient Egypt's superhighway, facilitating transportation of goods and people. Materials for the pyramids were quarried hundreds of miles upriver and floated downstream on barges. Even Egyptian concepts of geography and the afterlife were shaped by the river. The sun's daily journey was imagined as a boat traveling across the sky, mirroring the real boats that traverse the Nile. Gods and goddesses. Egypt's spiritual universe. Ancient Egyptian religion was remarkably complex and sophisticated, evolving over thousands of years while maintaining core principles about cosmic order and the afterlife. The Egyptian pantheon included hundreds of deities, many associated with specific places or natural phenomena. Amun-Ra, the sun god, represented the life-giving power of light. Isis embodied maternal protection and magical healing. Osiris governed the underworld and resurrection. Temples like Karnak and Luxor served as divine residences where priests conducted daily rituals to maintain cosmic harmony. These weren't public worship spaces, but sacred houses where gods dwelled among mortals. What's particularly fascinating about Egyptian religion is its adaptability. Rather than replacing old gods with new ones, Egyptians often merged deities with similar attributes or arranged them into family groups. The concept of Ma'at, cosmic order, justice, and truth, stood at the center of Egyptian spirituality. Pharaohs were responsible for upholding Ma'at through proper rule and religious observance. Engineering. Marvels beyond the pyramids. While the pyramids rightfully capture our imagination, ancient Egyptian engineering achievements extend far beyond these iconic structures. Their architectural innovations included precise astronomical alignments, sophisticated irrigation systems, and construction techniques that continue to impress modern engineers. The ancient Egyptians mastered large-scale stone cutting and transportation without the benefit of iron tools or the wheel. Obelisks, tall, four-sided monuments carved from single pieces of stone, represent particularly impressive technical achievements. Egyptian medical knowledge was equally advanced. Medical papyri reveal treatments and surgical procedures for everything from broken bones to brain injuries. Many of their herbal remedies have been validated by modern pharmaceutical research. Even Egyptian cosmetics reflected sophisticated chemistry. Their eye makeup, beyond its decorative function, contained substances that helped prevent eye infections, a significant health benefit in the desert environment. Modern Cairo, living with history. Today's Cairo is a metropolis of over 20 million people, where ancient traditions coexist with contemporary life. Markets like Khan El Khalili have operated continuously since the 14th century, while gleaming skyscrapers rise on the city's outskirts. For modern Egyptians, pharaonic history isn't a distant academic subject, but a living heritage that shapes national identity. Archaeological discoveries continue to make headlines here. Just recently, archaeologists uncovered a lost golden city near Luxor, buried for thousands of years and remarkably well preserved. Tourism has long been vital to Egypt's economy, creating both opportunities and challenges for preservation. Egyptian authorities are increasingly partnering with international organizations to implement cutting-edge preservation technologies to ensure that future generations can continue to learn from Egypt's extraordinary past. As the sun sets over Cairo, casting long shadows from minarets and palm trees alike, I'm struck by the continuity of human experience in this place. For thousands of years, people have lived, loved, worked, and wandered along these same riverbanks. The ancient Egyptians were not mythical figures, but real people with hopes, fears, and dreams recognizable to us today. Their extraordinary achievements, artistic, architectural, literary, and spiritual, continue to inspire wonder and spark curiosity about what it means to be human. What makes ancient Egypt so compelling isn't just the scale of its monuments or the beauty of its art, but its profound contemplation of existence itself. In their careful preparation for the afterlife, the Egyptians demonstrated an awareness of mortality combined with an unshakable hope for eternity, a tension we still grapple with today. Cairo stands as the perfect gateway to this fascinating civilization, a modern metropolis where the ancient world remains palpably present. Whether in the shadow of the pyramids, among the treasures of its museums, or in the living traditions of its people, the mysteries of ancient Egypt continue to reveal themselves to those willing to look beyond the surface. Thank you for joining us on Global Discovery Hub as we explored Cairo and the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt. Until next time, may your own journeys of discovery be equally rewarding.